Ayun. So, yeah, can you hear me,
Hello, hello.
pal?
All good. Can hear you well. How about me?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Nice.
Alright, so ayun, magandang gabi sa lahat. And we are
Hey.
back once again. So, apology for having that live last week because of some reasons.
Yeah, we had bad weather last week, no? It was very windy. In the south also there were floods, harsh rains. So people from the south, sana okay lang kayo. You were able to recover. Yeah, we weren't able to come in last week kasi, power outages, slow internet connection, and we didn't really want to ruin the journey for Unfold. So here we are, gonna give you update on the market and all the other stuff. So without further ado, this is Unfold, where we share crypto insights, review researches, charts. We do that so you don't have to. So Joe, musta? Tagal natin hindi
Yun.
nakita eh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, pero nakikita naman tayo araw-araw sa group chat. Eh, no?
Yeah,
So,
group chat.
yeah, again, we are promoting our community. So, sa mga hindi pa nakasali, you are all invited to join our educative community where you can find those alphas, um,
Mm.
a lot of alphas, fundamental technical alphas. Yeah,
Solid
because
nga eh. Yung Discord natin, we already reached 315 people, and we just launched it, what, 2 weeks ago. So yun. Thank you guys for joining the Discord. Come around. Feel free to see what we have in store. Alpha, charts, your PNLs, and all the random things that we want to talk about.
ano ba talaga yung main goal natin sa community natin, Pao? If you have any idea,
Ako kasi,
yeah,
ano eh, like I just want to share what I have experienced in my crypto journey. So I was here 2017, going around the different cycles in the space, what's happening fundamentally. I do charts, trading din, kaya lang mas magaling ka sa akin eh. So fundamentally, I'm willing to share, like that's my background. I've been in the space, I work in the space, ayun. So yeah, giving information, sharing alpha, and like educating people on what crypto is really about. Ikaw ba? Ano yung sa'yo?
I would also agree with you. We cannot just afford not to share our knowledge on crypto since I'm also a crypto native since 2018. So yeah, I know some fundamentals, but I really focus on trading. And yeah, it's still a way to go up with those fundamental, knowledge. Okay, yun.
Hmm.
So a lot of things that are actually happening in the crypto space this week or this past week, right? So there are a lot of trends. So we're going to talk these trends tonight.
Hmm.
Okay, so we are going to start with the post FOMC result. So we know that the result just released last night, right? So it was
Yeah.
actually around 2 a.m. No, not last night,
Mhm.
just
At
this 2 a.m.
yeah, this morning, like late morning. Actually, nakatulog ako dito eh. Nag-alarm ako. Tapos sabi ko, I'll wake up ng mga 1:50 to see the chart, what's happening. Kaya lang, wala eh. Tuloy-tuloy tulog ko eh. So what happened? What happened when I was gone during FOMC?
Yeah, actually, I got myself an alarm. So I woke up
Mm.
like around 1:45. So it's 15 minutes. So nakatulog din ako. So ayun, hindi ko naabutan yung ano. So I just woke up the like the market is very volatile. So yeah, everyone is actually expecting that the price will dump, and also a lot of people also expect that market would pump
Mm.
because of the result. So ano ba talaga yung parang in-expect natin, Pao? So we expect
Mhm.
75 BPS, right?
Yes, and that's what happened as well. So everything went as expected. But the thing is, the market was overly optimistic on how the rate hikes happen. So this was taken by one of our research guys. Shout out to Oliver. He's our research guy on the macro market. But he said that market was overly optimistic about the Fed pivot. So despite the 75 basis points, which is already priced in, there's still like in a sense a small dump that happened. So the Fed is still hawkish.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not really a pivot or like a pivot in a sense, they're seeing like better inflation data first before a possible pivot. So it could be like maybe next year. So it's not really like in this year in a kind of a sense. So terminal rate is something that needs to be keep eye on because it will increase, but they're doing it at much slower pace than before. So FOMC conclusion is like pivoting from hawkish to a bit more hawkish. So yun yung nangyari fundamentally. But for charts wise, I think we're doing good, eh?
Yeah, but I think no I would say that still economic uncertainty and instability lead currently the market movement. Would you agree on that?
Mm.
Yeah, because it's very obvious, right?
Yep.
It really depends on the economic activity that is currently happening. So, yeah, as what we have posted in the page, Pao, we actually made some points. No,
Yeah.
pag 75 BPS yung lalabas na result, then it would be somehow, no, technically speaking, yung Bitcoin is magko-consolidate siya. No, because
Yep.
why it is because everything, I mean, everyone is already expecting on the result. So if
Mm-hmm.
the Bitcoin would consolidate, then pumps, I mean, altcoins will pump left and right. And see, ano
Mm-hmm.
nangyayari ngayon, di ba? It's all pumping. The altcoins
Yeah.
are all pumping. So it's expected. So
Mm-hmm.
guys, if you are still not following it on our page, follow kayo kasi we are giving you an information that is a research base. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, why does 75 BPS did not lead us to further drop? Yun yung alamin natin later. Kasi
Mm.
um let's go now with our technical perspective, Pao.
Yeah, let's
So
go.
in the very first place, now we are going to talk about Bitcoin. So basically yung market ng Bitcoin ngayon is holding above 20K, which is somehow locally bullish siya. Kasi dinidefend ng mga bulls yung area na to. So I got a projection last actually October 26, that there will be a somehow a distribution zone in this area in the 21,500 that tawag dito, magsi-stay lang tayo sa 21,500. Ayun, yun ang distribution. Pero, as heat map, liquidity heat map would say, meron merong mga nabubuong mga liquidations dito. Mga bagong liquidations na nangyari dito. So, if we are going to see the liquidity heat map, so it is most likely yung price ngayon is actually bumabalik siya dun sa demand zone natin dito. So, ito yung demand zone kasi natin eh. Okay? So, why is it that it's a demand zone? Basically, kasi yung price was able to what? To break or to broke out with this tawag dito, local resistance na hindi siya nababasag last September, last October, and then currently ito lang yung pagkakataon na nabasag siya. So most likely, technically, Pao, when we talk about technical analysis, no, bookwise, it would usually the price would go back to its breakout area. Ayun. So this was the breakout area, right? Last October 28. So kung nakikita nyo ngayon, binabalikan yung breakout area ng price ngayon. So
Mhm.
it's a demand zone actually. Ayun. So ayun no. So ang ganda
Yeah.
ng flow niya ngayon. So I think if the bulls would hold in this 20K zone, then the price would be sent up to 21,500 this week.
Looks good,
Ayun.
eh?
Yeah. So
Retest.
yeah, retest. There will be a retest in this area. So yeah, and the question is, why is it that the altcoins are pumping? So a lot of you know people are asking bakit nagpa-pump yung altcoins. So basically it's because I'm looking at the Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is actually one of the best, I mean not best, somehow a good or significant indicator na pwede nating tingnan, no, as regards to the Bitcoin correlation to altcoins. So it's because kung nakikita mo pa, can you visibly see the altcoin dominance?
Bitcoin dominance here 40.31%.
Yeah, exactly. So kung nakikita nyo guys, no, there was a rejection here in this area, no, so that is around 42%. So that is very big na, no. Pag bumabalik yung price, then it would be a somehow room for the altcoins to grow. Ayun. So, yeah, looking at the bigger perspective of the Bitcoin dominance, so bumabalik siya dito, no? Dito sa baba. So that was one of the very reason why the altcoins are pumping right now, given that Bitcoin is actually consolidating in its current support. Ayan. So,
Awesome.
pero Pao, there is a somehow a bearish scenario in this case na
Yeah.
ngayong gabi ko lang actually nakikita. No?
Okay.
So ano yung nakita ko? Um, yung DXY, no? Kasi nag-pump siya eh. Yun. So
Ah,
this is really the ano antagonist, no? Tama ba? Antagonist.
yeah,
Yeah. Eh,
antagonist.
yeah,
Yeah.
ito yung ano eh, yung bruha or kung baga sa pelikula pa, anong tawag doon? Yung
Mm,
kontrabida, no? So
okay.
the XY right now is pumping, no? And as expected, it would retest in this. So I hope that yung pump na to is a failed swing. So anong ibig sabihin ng failed swing? Pag sabi natin failed swing kasi, it would not go to its previous high. So mafe-fail siya. So that means it's a sentiment that the market structure is actually turning into a change of momentum. So basically, if hanggang dito lang siya, may wick siya dito, so pwede siyang babagsak. So it will create a triple top.
Yeah.
So that would be a somehow a strong, uh,
Signal?
yeah, strong signal for a bullish, yeah, crypto market.
Yeah.
Ayun siya.
It also makes sense like looking into the chart, right? It's daily, so it's the higher time frame which is stronger than the lower time frame. Higher time frame is showing higher lows, which signals the weakening of that certain price action chart. So kung tuloy yan, like if it continues like the higher lows for me, it's like that's a good signal for like a reversal of the dollar index, which implies on the stocks, equities, and also crypto. Yun
Yeah.
lang. That's one scenario, right? Ganun.
Yeah, that's one scenario. But there is also a scenario that will somehow make the crypto bearish. And that would be somehow breaking this, resistance. So
Okay.
there is, I mean, wala pa ako na kasing nakikitang blow off top. Kasi kadalasan, no, pag nag-change, no, yung tawag dito yung structure ng market, no, if it's going to change, magpaparandam kasi yun eh. One early signal is there is a blow off top. Ano ba yung blow off top? There is a parabolic pump na parang hindi mo mapipigilan that would create a long wick. So that means that could be an early signal for reversal. So ang nangyari dito sa DXY pa, wala pa siyang masyadong wala pa akong masyadong nakitang blow off top. So unlike in the previous drop, like for example this one, no,
Mhm.
meron siyang mga blow off top. Ito. So there,
Okay.
if you have noticed, there is a very pumping, moment na parang hindi mo siya mapipigilan. So that's the time
Mm.
that it would change its momentum into the downtrend. Ayun. So dito medyo wala pa siya, no. So that would be the XY. So yeah, the
I see.
XY is very, important in terms of our index when looking at the Bitcoin. And so
I
balik tayo
see.
sa Bitcoin. Okay? Ipapakita ko lang yung yung tawag dito, yung weekly chart ng Bitcoin. So, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na possibilities, no? It's either bullish bias or bearish bias. Ano ba yung mga bullish at saka bearish bias natin for the Bitcoin? Can you see now the chart pa on
Yep,
the Bitcoin?
all good.
Ayan. So, punta muna tayo sa weekly. I'm using actually BTC USD dollar for better reference. Ayan. So, ito yung magiging scenario natin no in the tawag dito in the higher perspective or in the macro chart. No, so kung nakikita nyo guys, um, as what we have said, no, the movement of the market is actually driven by economic activities. So in fact, the Fed tawag dito, the result was somehow not that bearish. It's because it's expected. So it's 75. So most likely, wala tayong nakikitang sharp dump dito. So there was no liquidity grabbing here no at the tawag dito sa baba kasi ito kasi yung
Uh-huh.
pinaka ano maraming liquidity dito. So in in this case no everyone is expecting to pump by this mid November hanggang end of November. So that would be no the bulls would push towards the MA 200 which is which
24.
serves as which serves as its dynamic resistance. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng dynamic resistance? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na just support and resistance, no? Pag sabihin kasi nating dynamic, it always refers to our moving averages. So, sa trading guys, no, just a tip or just a somehow a tawag dito, i-reminder. Kasi most of the traders are actually using the MA crossing, which is wrong for me. It's a wrong signal that when you use like golden cross or bearish cross or death cross. Kasi yung pinaka-purpose talaga ng moving average is actually support and resistance, dynamic support and resistance. Kasi it's actually a fast moving, to adapt the market movement or the price movement. Yun.
So parang
So,
yung
yeah,
gets ko dun sa sinabi mo, Joe, in terms of moving averages, it kind of depicts lagging. It's a lagging indicator
yeah, it's a
where
lagging
price
indicator.
action analysis is more reactive, more leading kasi that's where price action happens, no? Support and resistance levels.
Yeah. So, ayun, there is an expectation na pagpupush yung price dito sa um, resistance ng MA 200. So, yeah, it's around actually 23 or 24,000. So, somehow, yung crypto Twitter are actually calling, now, which I confirm. Yeah, it could be probable this time. No? So, yun, ingat na lang pag pag pupunta dito yung price at saka yung volume is declining. So, yun yung pinaka-tip ko sa inyo, guys, na please wag niyong kalimutan yung volume. Okay? Kasi volume would really dictates on the activity of the buyer and the seller. So, pataas yung price pero yung volume pababa. That means there is a tawag dito, there is a early signal na yung market uh, would reverse or would change a momentum. Again, and looking at
Mm.
the Elliott wave count no in the corrective phase of the Elliott wave five counts, uh I considered it as a fourth wave pag pupunta dito yung price, ito dito. So
Mhm.
that means hindi pa natatapos yung panglima. So most likely, no, if whatever economic instability that it's ongoing in the market, then we are actually going to complete this fifth wave, which is confluent naman siya dito sa baba, which is yung breakout. Ito kasi yun no, as what I have said, binabalikan ng price yung breakout area. So, what is the breakout area here? Ito yung breakout area natin kasi dito. Wait lang. Ito. Yan. This was the bull run confirmation last October 2020. So, yeah, na-break niya yung resistance dito. Yan. So, kailangan niyang balikan yung breakout. Saka siya, pak, tataas ulit.
Mm.
So that would be another scenario. Again, guys, no, it's really better to gauge on different perspective rather than you would just get blinded in the market.
Mm.
And, and
Nice.
siya. Yeah. So that's the bearish bias. Yeah, because there are still liquidity here below
Mm.
sa S&P. So smart money is smart and we cannot deny that. Yan. At
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Ano yung bullish bias mo naman, Joe?
yung bullish bias ko naman is actually the still the Adam and Eve scenario of the Bitcoin. So saan ba yun? Saan ba makikita yung Adam and Eve? So ito kasi yun siya. Still it's currently playing. So hindi siya nawawala. Visible pa rin siya. Ito. So ayan siya. And then there is a what you call this? Parang sana ngayon?
Ah,
Yeah,
parang curve.
parang yeah, curve siya dito. Ayan. So kung titingnan natin sa weekly, ayan. Kung titingnan natin sa weekly, ano ba nangyari dito?
Gumagalaw ah.
Ayan,
Okay.
ayan siya. So kung titingnan natin sa weekly, pwede siyang pumunta yung price dito sa pinaka-tip ng kanyang cup. So which is in confluence sa doon sa sinabi natin expectation of the 24 so but let's see if this chart is valid. Ayun yung
Okay.
pinaka ano, yun siya. Yun.
Great. Awesome. So in a sense, no, if I look at it and combine two things together, bearish bias is there's still a chance that it's going to touch the 200 EMA, which is the color brown, but
Yeah.
it's going to get rejected and then it's going to go grab liquidity towards like the key support level around 12K.
Mm-hmm.
Bullish case is the Adam and Eve pattern, which when it plays, it works and
Yeah.
breaks the 200 EMA, creating a sign that the market is ready to turn around and turn bullish. No, so
Yeah.
everything hinges on the pattern, price action around 24K and EMA 200. No?
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So ayun siya.
Mm.
Yan. And then how about yung altcoin? So gusto ko lang ipakita kasi yung para altcoin
Mm.
tawag dito market cap kasi somehow this is a combination 'di ba of all the altcoins in the market except Bitcoin. So
Yep.
yung nangyayari kasi dito is that since October 22 there's a a further upside of the altcoins. So hindi natin siya nahalata kasi we are actually only looking one altcoin. But basically, when we go to the total market cap, it's actually rising. So nag-break siya dito. So yun yung pinaka-principle kasi doon, no? If we are just going to look on the tawag dito, on the one altcoin, we cannot felt
Yeah, you can
the
gauge.
rise. Yeah.
Yeah.
So pero ito yung total market cap kasi it's all the altcoins combination. So why I can say that the altcoin could still pump, no, if this bullish flag could be validated. So may bullish flag na uh
Yeah.
pino-form yung tawag dito yung price action ng altcoins and it could be somehow a good opportunity for us to build some altcoins, no?
Mm.
And looking at the LU wave count, uh currently it's on the wave 4. So going to the wave 5.
You
Yan.
know.
Yan. And
Mm.
that would be somehow the lusts before anything else will happen. So we don't know what
Mm.
anything else is that, but at
Mm.
least no, you have guys, meron
Mm.
kayong guide. Alright.
Yeah.
So
So
anything
like
can be possible.
mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so like when it comes to this, like the large Elliott wave, the wave 5 is running, but if you go into the bigger wave, kumbaga, this is the first count for an impulsive wave out of the descending pattern.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
pretty much once it reaches wave 5, we'll have a correction going to the fair value gap as could be like a support area, no?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Tama.
Okay.
So if we are going to go, doon sa pinaka ano talaga, no? Ano pa siya? Dito. Ito yung pinaka breakout point niya dito. If ever, but I don't know. I doubt if we are going to break this one
Mm.
because we are still in an uncertain economic condition. So maybe mga short-term profits would go.
Mm.
So yon. Uh,
Ah.
again, don't practice greediness.
So parang ano, short-term entry pa rin. Kasi I
Yeah,
mean, the
short
market's
term.
still like macro-wise, market is still moving sideways to bearish, and there isn't really much in terms of confirmation. No?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yun.
Galing.
So that's all for the Bitcoin and altcoin.
Okay. Actually, I want to ask a question for you, Joey. Because I was looking at the psychology of market cycles. So what happens is there's a chart that represents how market sentiment moves in terms of psychology, and
Yeah,
I want to just share my screen real quick. Like
sure.
yeah, I want to show you this thing. Yeah, if you could see it, it's called the psychology of market cycles. So during the top, which is like either 2017 or maybe 2021, we were at the peak euphoria where everybody was so bullish crypto. You could see people creating videos about Ethereum. If you see like people creating music vids, creating rap songs about it, it was euphoria because people were getting rich. Then we had the complacency maybe this year, like January, and we also had the anxiety where prices were just going down because of quantitative tightening, denial, panic, and capitulation. Capitulation is because of what's happening in the space where the Luna debt spiral happened, 3AC gets insolvent, Celsius gets bankrupt, all of the other crypto firms started dying. But I don't know, that's for me. So what do you think is happening right now, Joe? What part of psychology, market cycle part are we?
Ako if I'm going to be asked,
Mm.
andun pa tayo sa actually dun sa anger. Actually, wala pa tayo sa depression eh. Yeah.
Mm.
That would be the scenario if
Mm.
proven that we are still in uncertain economic condition. Yeah,
Yeah.
kasi yeah, there will be a sharp dump if ever. So that would be the depression time. And somehow ngayon, parang meron pa tayo sa anger. Kasi psychologically speaking, a lot of investors right now are still angry of what was happening, di ba? So
Mm.
parang nakaka-relate ako minsan
Mm.
kasi of course, um, investor
Mm.
din naman ako, long-term investor. So yeah,
Mm.
merong time na kahit long-term siya, but still
Mm.
upon looking on the price, it's going down. No?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. For me kasi ano, I think we're in the middle of anger and depression. Kasi when everything debt spiraled, like TAC, Celsius, Luna, everything, everyone was mad. Like, how did this allow to happen? Why was there no regulatory impact? Why was there no regulations in place and stuff like that? Yada yada. But now everybody is like getting quiet. Nobody is like fighting the market, and everybody's just on standby. So in a sense, it's just really silent. Hence, like the price action between anger and depression. So for me, I think we're about to move towards depression, or maybe just because of like the FOMC and stuff. But yeah, I think coming from that, my favorite indicator just to know is the pi cycle indicator. So I think I mentioned this last time, no? So currently in the pi cycle indicator, we have not passed yung yellow orange line. So yun, in terms of macro wise, I think we're still in consolidation stage. Hence, like my thought on the anger between anger and depression side. So ayun, that's for
Gu-
my take.
Guys, by the way, guys, for those who are viewers, you can ask questions. So actually, we can entertain questions, no? And then we can answer it later. So you can just interrupt us if meron kayong mga curiosity. So we will answer as much as we can. Alright.
Yun. Okay. Sige, I think you know what's fun that we talk about right now kasi Bitcoin pumped and then they're like that's consolidation and stuff. But there's a lot of altcoins that are pumping right now, mga
Yeah,
45%, 40%,
yeah.
wow, like crazy stuff.
I
So
know, I know what altcoins are you going to talk next.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the things that we want to talk about. But if you want to learn more, we also have an alpha channel in Discord. So make sure to join that because everything that we know that we see like alpha and stuff, we post it there, and then for you guys to ask questions as well, aside from what we're doing right now. So what altcoins are you looking at, Joe?
Actually, I'm looking on somehow the narrative trends
Ah,
that yeah, kasi ito yung ano no, parang
mm,
I just discovered lately na yung pinag-usapan kasi is si Elon Musk when he bought the Twitter. No, so ano ba
yeah.
talaga yung pinaka ano doon, no? Yung pinaka story doon. Kasi scanning on the crypto Twitter, no, ay parang nakikimarites din ako eh. Parang ganun. So, yeah, uh, at na-notice mo pa na nag-pump yung AR, yung Airwave, at saka Matic, and then
Yeah.
FTX. Yun.
Yeah.
It's,
Actually, I wanna talk about that what you're saying about Twitter first. Kasi like Elon Musk bought Twitter and Elon is a bullish guy for Doge, no? Parang may rumors, di ba, na sabi nila is Elon is gonna use Twitter as a not only a social platform but also for marketplaces, and then they're gonna use Doge as for payment. And then there's also a thing where it was recently announced that CZ actually invested $500 million to Elon, and hence like that's like a good, like I think it's like a big partnership. Hence like Binance created a what we call a bluebird perpetual index in Binance.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what was there was BNB, Dogecoin, and Mask. So what the heck, like what's Mask? I know BNB is the CZ token, Elon is like this, Doge is like the Elon token, but what the heck is Mask? So I was looking around Mask. Mask is actually a project in the crypto space that is providing security and privacy to Twitter. So they're building like a privacy space. So Twitter, right, has a lot of what's going on. There's a lot of random stuff where you go around Twitter, people talk about, like, people message you and hey, you win something, like there's a lot of phishing sites and stuff. So like Mask is in a way paving Twitter to become more private and more secured, taking out all of those bots and whatsoever. So because of that, it's actually pumping. No, what's happening in Mask right now? Yeah, I think we should like really check what's happening to Mask. Ayun. Yeah, you can share your chart. Yun, oh, laki oh. What the heck? Joe, you're in mute. Yeah, there you go.
Ayun. So, kasi hindi na ako naka-entry dito sa Musk eh. Yung naabutan ko na lang is actually yung Airwave. Yun.
Mm,
Kasi, yeah, this is Musk right now. No? So, if
mm,
you have noticed, there is a squeeze here. So, if lagyan natin ng Bollinger Band, yun,
mm.
yan. So, there is a squeeze. Wala naman ba itong nangyari to? Ano nangyari sa Bollinger ko?
Nahulog, nahulog yung Bollinger mo eh.
Ba't ang taas?
Is that a sign na magka-crash yung mask or what?
Ayun.
What?
So, pero grabe kasi yung squeeze niya dito, no? Actually, I'm not expecting na magiging trend to. Just because Elon Musk bought the Twitter and parang timing din na Musk is somehow correlates with Twitter, no? Encryption, something like that.
Mm.
So, yeah, most likely, yeah, there is a hype and the volume is very really amazing. So yeah, andito na siya ngayon sa, so kung titingnan natin sa weekly, I prefer weekly when it comes to somehow like these big pumps kasi doon mo kasi makita yung pinaka structure ng market. So yun, yung tawag dito yung FVG or fair value gap has been filled in this area. Yun. So,
Mm.
ano na tayo ngayon, Pao? Today is Thursday.
November 3. Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday.
Thursday. So, ilang araw na lang, the weekly candle will close. So, take note, guys, na if you are building positions, so make sure that the position that you are going to build is, in
Mm.
accordance with the market movement. Kasi 3 days and 12 hours na lang magko-close na yung weekly candle. So we do not know kung tataas pa ba siya or bababa kasi nafe-feel niya yung fair value gap dito sa taas. Ayun.
Yeah.
And
Fundamentally speaking, sige,
yes,
go ahead.
yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, aside from that, yung point of interest, no? Dito din yung point of interest at saka yung order block. So, yun siya.
Uh, Fundamentally speaking, I was looking at the market cap of Mask, no. The market cap of Mask, it's still at 230 million with a fully diluted value of 500 million. So, yung supply ng Mask is already circulating. So, whatever the max supply is, which is 100M, it's already in the market. And what's interesting is yung market cap ng Mask is 232 mil, pero yung trading volume niya is 1.3 billion. So, ibig sabihin, there's a lot of people trading this coin. There's a lot of interest happening in this coin. So it's something that you should take interest on because that's where like the attention is. It's a very strong narrative because one, it's a CZ and Elon thing. And number three, it's because of what's happening with Twitter. If you compare, Dogecoin is at 17 billion market cap. But BNB or the Binance tokens is 53 billion. So Mask is very minute compared to the other two. So it's something we should take note of when going to investments and stuff. I think there's a lot of potential to grow if this is something that is being built with Binance and Elon. Because nasa Bluebird perpetual index to, so it's very interesting.
Speaking with bird, naalala ko naman yung cow eh. So,
Yeah,
yeah, it's just a bird, so just
good point.
residing behind. So there's no connection with it. But now, I think the next trending would be somehow the crypto social media and the developing Web3. No, kasi as I have noticed ngayon pa, no, there is a big competition with these two rival billionaires, no, si Mark Zuckerberg at saka si Elon Musk. So, of
Mm.
course, they are traditional finance billionaires, right? And namangha lang kasi ako kasi parang I don't know, was it a plan or it's just a coincidence that yung kakampi ni Mark Zuckerberg ngayon is si Sam, which is the CEO of the FTX. Yun. 'Di ba?
Mm.
And then si Elon Musk, yung kakampi niya si CZ, which is the CEO of the Binance. Yun,
Mm.
parang 'di ba?
I think
Parang
there's something happened with Social Fi where CZ and Elon is going to Twitter and then Zuckerberg
Meta.
and SBF is going to Meta. So actually Meta things that's happening in Meta is pumping right now.
Si
Polygon is one,
Airwave.
diba?
Yeah,
Yes.
Matic.
Yeah. So Arweave and Matic. So Matic kasi what happened recently is something with Instagram, the NFTs
Yeah.
that will be tradable and minted in Instagram, and it's powered by the Polygon blockchain. So it's Matic is being has so much good business development right now. It's building so much things that it's something that you should not take your eyes off because you already have Mercedes, you already have Disney, you already have Starbucks, and now you're gonna have Meta, you're gonna have Instagram. So it's something that they're trying to build as an economy of um, industries going into blockchain. On the other hand, it's ang focus naman ni Elon is Twitter, so yeah, it's something that. So what's happening to Matic? Wow, you're why is that arrow going up there? Is that something I want to buy or what?
No, it's not a financial advice still, but somehow the price is actually making a higher high. I know, higher low. I mean, so higher low. So the price is consolidating from June 2022 until right now in a ascending triangle. So most likely the altcoins now is pumping, then there is a high probability that this would also pump. Yun. So
Mm.
again, hindi natin we gauge
Mm.
no the market with tools and anything that could make us edge at least 80% in the market. Kasi
Yeah.
hindi naman 100% na we will really predict the movement of the price, but at least we are not
Mm.
blind. Yun lang.
Yeah, more technical information on this trade in the Discord. So if you want to learn more about this Matic trade, Joe posted it in Discord and see how it plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So more, altcoin analysis to come in our Discord. And
Uh,
yeah, it's up to you
more
if you
potential.
are going to build your positions.
Yeah. Another thing that I saw just now, or like I mean just today, is that JP Morgan is a institution for finance, right? They are actually testing out DeFi. So they just executed the first trade on chain on DeFi. And I think because of that, it's kind of bullish to see what kinds of DeFi projects are coming that could help JP Morgan. What, like, if you think about it, what's the narratives, or what are the protocols that JP Morgan's wants to use in terms of DeFi? So it's like kind of like bringing fixed income markets, like lending, borrowing, or like bonds. Anything related to that is something that JP Morgan is used to. This is something bullish for DeFi. It could be something that could create a narrative called DeFi 2.0, which people from DeFi are actually speculating. So I want to show you guys this one. I'll just share my screen. Ayun. So this one, Blockworks Research just mentioned that JP Morgan just executed its first trade on chain, and that could be something in DeFi's future. So I saw this in the thread. I will share it on Discord for people to know. There you go. Another thing is that Andre Cronny was back. So ikaw, Joe, kilala mo si Andre Cronny?
Yeah, of course, because I am
Mm.
a fan of FTM, of course. I was a long time holder of FTM.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Mm. Yeah, so
yung hindi pa
he
pumasok si ano,
uh,
yung hindi pa pumasok si Andre sa FTM, yun,
mm.
holder na talaga ako nun.
Yeah, so Angie Cronje just came back in his social channels, and he actually built FTM. So nagpump ang Phantom. Yeah, let's go see, just like in CoinGecko real quick, what Phantom looks like. It just pumped just today, actually 17% because of his return. So he's actually like the granddaddy of DeFi. He built Yearn Finance. He is an advisor for Sushi Swap and other DeFi projects. And he did the VE33, that narrative in Optimism, where it's being used by project. It starts with letter V. I forgot, but I'll share it on Discord as well. So those kinds of things has been pumping the market, creating some sort of bullish signal where crypto is waking up in a sense. It's like something that we want to make sure that we stand by and see what's happening, because like the developer Crony is a very reputable person and very prominent person in the space. Him leaving this year, like early this year, was very bearish for Phantom. But now he's back. Something might be, something might be cooking. So it's always good to check out his ecosystem and the DeFi protocols that he has. Okay, I think that covers most of the altcoins that we want to share. We shared Mask, FTM, Yearn, our Weave. Uh, yeah.
Ayun,
Back.
may ano daw, yeah, uh, looking at the comment, meron daw nag-ask about insight on BNB. So I don't know if it's fundamental or technical. So I think, what can you say about the fundamental analysis of BNB, Pao?
Yeah, recently, like I heard from CZ, his bullish DeFi Binance Smart Chain. So he was tweeting about DeFi bringing into Binance Smart Chain. He's going to build a DeFi ecosystem there, because pretty much what happened in Binance Smart Chain is mostly shitcoins, honestly speaking, and also like GameFi projects, blockchain gaming. There isn't really much DeFi in Binance Smart Chain aside from like notable projects like Wombat, Venus, Llama, ApeSwap, stuff like that. It's not really that strong compared to the Ethereum DeFi eco, which is like Curve, Uniswap, and Sushi Swap, and all the other DeFi projects. So I think BNB is transitioning towards like a market of various verticals in the space, and he wants to focus on, or he wants to bring DeFi there. In terms fundamentally, market cap is at, yeah, I'm showing my screen, 53 billion and FDV 65. So this is like rank 4 token. It's always good to have BNB. I have BNB, like bullish CZ, let's go. CZ, Binance, the most regulated exchange. So yeah, non-financial advice. That's for me. Yeah. How about in charts though, Joe? What's your thought?
Ayun, so thank you for your fundamentals. So let's check the chart of BNB. So I think ito lang yung mapapakita ko ngayon sa daily, wherein nasa resistance na siya ngayon. So there is a high probability na it would have a short pullback dito. Kasi meron siyang multiple rejections in the lower time frame eh. So if we are going to visit it, nagkakaroon na siya ng tawag dito, yung divergence, yung bearish divergence. So yan. So this is a short opportunity actually if you can look for the great entry. Yan. So meron siyang binubuong ano dito. You know what? Divergence is very strong kasi it would really play out. Yun. So if I'm going to build a position here, so I'm just going to make sure na there is a breakdown of this trend line support here. Kasi kung mapapansin nyo guys, it's forming a rising wedge which is somehow a bearish naman yung ano yung sentiment kasi it's a change of momentum eh. So looking on the volume kasi volume kasi yung pinaka ano, importante dito. So yeah, it's kind of um declining while the price is rising. So basically, there is an early sign of change of the momentum. So, yan. By the way, thank you for those who asked BNB kasi baka mag-build ako ng short position dito.
May nakalimutan
Ayun.
tayong Joe. Meron na
Ano,
nakalimutan na narrative for tonight. It's actually yung
yeah.
Chili's, yung
Ayun nga,
sports.
yeah,
Yeah.
yung sports.
Yeah, actually that's a very good narrative this month kasi FIFA World Cup November 20. People are actually speculating on this. There's like different fan tokens that's being shared right now. And I just while you're showing the chart, Joe, I'll just go back to my screen and then share you why what the things are happening there. So I'm going here, FIFA World Cup, November 20, and people are actually buying fan tokens. Why are people buying fan tokens though? It's because if you own fan tokens, you have like governance power to decide on what the team's direction is going to. Are all the fan tokens that way? I'm not sure. There are some fan tokens in Chili's that provide that. So why is Chili's a good thing going into the World Cup narrative? It's because if you want to buy fan tokens, so if you're a fan of FIFA, you have to buy Chili's to trade and buy that fan token. So if you want to try going to Chili's X, the exchange, you have to trade your Chili's for a fan token. So in a sense, buying Chili's is not really bullish because it's kind of delta neutral. In order to buy the fan token, you have to buy Chili's first and then swap that. So there's not much of a bullish narrative for Chili's to pump, but it's just really something to take note of because of FIFA World Cup. Are you watching FIFA World Cup, Joe? Kasi ako, hindi ako fan ng football eh. I just know this because of the tokens and stuff eh.
Yeah, actually, football is my sport during high school. So, yeah,
Uh,
I'm,
sino ano? Sinong team
I'm
mo?
saying I'm Brazil ako eh.
So bumili
Then,
ka.
bibili pa lang.
All right.
Hahantayin ko muna
Uh,
yung ano, yung pinaka-hype talaga ng Brazil coin.
I
Ayun.
see.
Yun. I think there is a question here. I would like to ask about the insight of the CHZ. Ayun, I think
Yun.
nasagot na natin to, no?
Ayun, oo. Actually, si AJ is Chili's. Actually, naalala ko lang kasi nakita ko din yung question on that. And it's something we will talk about. Tapos yun lang, na-brought up lang yung question. So yeah, I think from that, I want to share something for Unfold. It's in terms of knowing narratives in the space. I think one good example for the narratives is like what happened to Doge and the dog token community. So maybe I could start from there before we entertain more questions. So it's just gonna take like 5 minutes because I prepared very cute slides. This took me like 2 hours to make. Now I'm just showing. It's like quick because I love the dog tokens. No? So here, Doge. There's people who are asking about Doge. No. Here I'll answer your question in this slide. So Doge, should you ape? Is it something that you should buy now because of Elon and stuff? There's Doge and all of the activities that's happening. So let's move to this. So 2 days ago, Doge was pumping. So it built a lot during that time, and I think it's all because of the Elon Musk network effect. So Elon Musk has actually been pumping or like shilling Doge since 2019. So because of that, it actually made 100x. So if you had Doge before 2019 or during 2019, you would have gained so much just by holding that. So he pumped it in a way where he built like the grassroots network and the community through Twitter shills. He was also featured in SNL. He was talking about buying Tesla merch for Doge. We actually thought that you could buy a Tesla car for Doge with Doge tokens, but yeah, it's more on speculation on how that happens. So now, like like Doge pumped until 0.71 cents, and now it's going down, and then it just recently pumped again. So why did it pump? It's because like Elon just bought Twitter, and there are rumors. It's not yet confirmed, but there are rumors that Doge will be used as payments in Twitter. So that's the speculation there. Plus the Bluebird perpetual contracts in Binance, where Doge is there, BNB, and Mask tokens are there. So it's something people are speculating on, that Doge will be having utility in Twitter and social finance through the Twitter platform. So Doge is really just pumping because of Elon. It's like Doge Elon token. It's something like that right now. But how did it start? How did it start as a currency, cryptocurrency, and what is it now? How did it started to what it became? It's so this is how, like, some background on the birth of meme tokens in crypto. So Doge was actually born 2013 as a joke. It's not really a token that would be used as utility in the long run. Nobody thought about it. It was just made for fun. It was actually created in just 2 hours. So it was created by two people to make fun of Bitcoin, because 2013 there was just speculations about Bitcoin being like decentralized payments, technology innovations, yada yada. So they made it to create like the cryptocurrencies as a whole joke. Let's just make a Doge token. But as you can see, it pumped, and pretty much it's gaining traction. It's gaining that strong grassroots network where people have that community trust and patience to hold the token despite not having any utility in a sense. So Doge actually reached 85 billion in 2021, and it was promoted as the fun and friendly currency. So okay, it's a fun currency, but what's in the Doge blockchain in particular? So there were two things that happened. There was Doge chain and the Doge blockchain. The Doge chain has nothing to do with Doge. I don't know why they created that. It's also like a blockchain for fun, but the Doge blockchain is here, can be seen here. So I'll switch it. So right now, Doge transaction time, like block time to finalize transactions, is 1 minute. So it's very fast compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is 10 minutes. And it's using a proof of work consensus, just like Bitcoin. So it's second most powerful proof of work consensus mechanism aside from, and Bitcoin is the first. Has cheap transaction fees if you use the chain, $0.17. So if you can check here, I just opened this now. You can see there's 1,200 transactions that's happening every hour, and then for the day it's like 29,000. Also, you could see that average transaction fee is 1 Doge per transaction, so very cheap, $0.17 per transaction. So you need your Doge wallet and then connecting the Doge chain. It's not as easy as it looks. It's not like an EVM chain, so it's different. And the total Dogecoin is at 136 billion. So what happens here in the chain? It's pretty much just transfer of Doge. Yeah, you transfer Doge tokens to another person. A person receives Doge tokens. That's pretty much it. So here I'm sharing this article because the creators of Dogecoin have actually agreed that Dogecoin is stupid. So Billy Marcus, the co-founder of Doge, said that they created Dogecoin for fun, and it's not really something that they would deem as future utility or future payments. But they kind of pissed them off when Elon Musk actually shelled it. So is it? I think it's just because they weren't able to sell it at 0.7 when they created the Dogecoin blockchain. They sell it early and they just didn't care, so they missed the pump. It's just for me. But yeah, you cannot resist the Doge or the meme effect towards this, because the narrative is that Twitter is going to be using Doge as payments. So, but what's happening for the different wallets or the holders is this: is it a good time to buy Doge? So that's one of the questions I've seen. No, we could check actually the tokenomics of Doge right now. So it's currently 0.13, and the total circulating supply is 136 billion. So I will open it here in CoinGecko. I really love CoinGecko because it's very mimish, very crypto inspired and crypto culture. So here, so circulating supply 136 billion. Maximum supply is infinite. So in a sense, Doge will just keep printing Doge as long as the transactions are happening in the blockchain. So how many Doge is being emitted per block? 10,300, 10,030 Doge. So that's the amount of Doge that's being pushed or emitted in the circulating market per per block. And one block is 1 minute. So per minute, 10,000 Doge being released per minute. So in terms of market cap, it's being diluted against supply because maximum supply is 1 billion. So you have to take note of that. Will Doge pump to $1? Maybe if the market cap reaches like maybe $1 trillion or like 500 billion, but it's very difficult because that's a lot of money. So we want to check also what's happening with the Doge holders, right? The top 100 Doge holders control actually 70 or like 68% of the total circulating supply. So they have the power to move the market. So if the top 100 Doge holders suddenly collide, go in a meeting and just dump everything, that's a lot of holders that's going to be like liquidated and stuff or like no value. So let's try to see who are the Doge holders. No, number one is actually an exchange, so no problem there. It's actually held by Robinhood. Robinhood is an exchange. For the second is Binance, and this one is I'm not sure. This is I think a private account. So he holds 4%. So if he dumps all of his Doge, there's gonna be movement in the Doge market cap
Please,
and Doge
please
price.
don't do, please don't dump on it. I know sa'yo,
Ayun.
I know sa'yo kasi yun. Joke lang.
Eh, no, no, no. That's $130 million
Oh my
worth of
God.
Doge, no? So ayun. So is it good time to buy Doge? Fundamentally, I am not a fan because there's nothing in terms of utility that you could use for Doge. Maybe on Twitter in the future, but for now it's all speculation. In terms of community, since crypto is pretty much based on creating a community and getting that attention in on your project, it's something that you should always take notice. Since Elon is one of the richest people in the world, CZ is one of the richest people in the world. Combining them two together to create somehow of utility for Doge is something you should not take your eyes off. So it's something that you need to have interest on as well because Doge is actually evolving because of just these two people. So may good time to buy Doge based on chart. It's pumping, so high risk, yeah, I guess. Uh, Holding Doge for a long time, it gets diluted. So that's the things that you should take note of. So actually, for my last slide, no, Doge is pumping while the other dog coins are actually also pumping. So I want to show you the top meme coins. If Doge pumped for the past 7 days at 78%, you will also see other dog coins that are pumping, which is like Doge, Elon Mars, whatever this is, 67, Floki is 54, Tamadoji, I don't know, 20%, K-coin. So what am I saying here? People are playing with the narratives. The current narrative for Dogecoin is the meme coin narrative. So what happens if Dogecoin, as the head of that narrative for meme coins, pump, the other meme coins pump as well. So if you missed the Doge pump, then just go to the next Dogecoin. So that's like very degen play for me. Like example, another one is playing with the narratives. So the narratives is something that you should always remember and like get ahead for you to get ahead because it's like you're following the whales on what they're doing. So example like DeFi Summer. DeFi Summer started because of year-end finance. It pumped so high during that time because it's the birth of DeFi. And during 2020, it reached actually $43,000 for one coin. And because of that came the other projects like YAM Finance and other DeFi protocols that have been growing. So if people invested in different coins on DeFi Summer, they had very good returns. The secondly was 2020 during the birth of Binance Smart Chain, where people were buying shitcoins and they just keep pumping. Remember like the Safe Moon tokens. Remember all those like food tokens, whatever it is in BSC. If you just bought the token, it would pump because people are just going around the space like mercenary capital, investing in this, hoping for good returns. That's where like most of the retail money were playing, and maybe you could have profit. So it's pretty much high risk, have to control. Third was the Curve Wars. So Curve was a stablecoin protocol that boosted rewards on pools if you voted on them, hence the V curve. Third is the meme coins. Fourth, the birth of Doge. Because of Doge, we had Shiba. Because of Shiba, we had Floki. Because of Floki, we had Samoy coin. So, example, if during the time when Doge pumped, SHIB token was born, and then that also pumped. And then Floki was born, then was also pumped. So that was the meme narrative during the time. You should. The next one is NFTs. You guys should know all of about this last year, like when it was the birth of the crypto punks. If people saw crypto punks, people were buying crypto punks at 100 ETH each, 200 ETH, and then came out Bored Ape Yacht Club, and then everything NFT was very lucrative in the space. So you just buy, become whitelist, mint. So what else was there? Like Azuki, Doodles, Pudgy. That was the craze. Because that was the narrative. The next one was play to earn. Axie Infinity was the pioneer of play to earn. Then came Pegaxi. Then came the other games. So I'm not close to that. Next was Layer One, because in Ethereum, right, it was so expensive to play around Ethereum birth. So it came out with Binance Smart Chain, Solana. So Solana did the 800x, Avalanche, Phantom, Near, Flow, all of those. So in a sense, you have to be ahead of the narrative and follow what are the projects in that narrative. So we are currently at the meme coins narrative. So what's gonna happen in right now? So what's currently allowed in the space is ZK Wars, zero knowledge layer 2 protocols. There's ZK Sync, there is Starkware, there is Polygon ZK. So these kinds of projects are currently allowed right now. It's something that you should take note of. If you don't have the time, we actually have an alpha list in Discord. So you could just follow that, and then we'll give more insights there on what's the current narrative. For now, for right now, for me is like the ZK narrative. So ZK is a roll up or a protocol that's faster that rolls up transactions towards the main chain. So it's something infrastructure related. So yun, I guess like a strategy for me going towards like the next bull cycle is to follow the narratives. If something is loud in the space, which is whichever, like NFTs maybe, or play to earn, or maybe layer two, or maybe ZK, or maybe privacy or wallet, that's where you should follow. If you wanna learn the space, and get very good returns also. I'll share the deck here, and then Alpha Discord, come in, we'll talk there.
Ayun. So yeah, thanks for that narrative, Pao. But I think you are somehow on point, no? On the like for example the coin indexes that would pump, then follow that index. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the crypto market is a fast changing space. So yeah, a lot of narratives that is going around. So yeah, that's correct, no? It's called coin index. So for example, the coin index for the DeFi is like for example, yung year in finance last time, and
Mm.
ngayon yung sa meme coin is, yeah, we have.
Yeah. So meron din yung Arbitrum season because of the airdrops. There's also another which is like the Matic season because of the NFTs. There's also Reddit like buying NFTs. There's also Fractures. Fractures is another narrative that's being born right now. It's currently I've seen it just today, but it's something I want to explore, and then I'll share it on Discord. And you.
Ayun. So I think that's all for. Are you going to proceed with the airdrop or?
I think that's for next time. I think for the
Yeah.
airdrop, iano ko na lang 'yon. Discord on how to do the airdrops, how lucrative it is, and parang step-by-step process na lang yan.
But may parang hayop na sign dito.
It's funny kasi ito yung yan yung bagong feature sa TradingView.
Yeah,
Parang
yeah.
when that token started, lalagyan nila ng dinosaur. I don't know why.
Kaya nga.
It's cute though. Yeah.
And so yeah, do you have a question, guys? So we have entertained some questions there.
Mm. So yeah, I think that's all. If they have more questions, maybe they could go into Discord and then we can just entertain them there. There's people who are asking me like last week, how is Ron in chain? Is it a good time to buy Ron? What do you think of Ron? Something like that. There's also MVS that I'm gonna see. So yeah, let's share more insights there because I think pretty much covered most of the things and we are already at 1 hour.
Yun. So sa mga hindi pa nakasali sa Discord, guys, our community is very open for your learning space in crypto. So your education journey in crypto is our priority. So you don't have to research. We do it for you. Yun.
Yep, of course.
So
So, ayun. So, I think we're good to go. Thanks, Joe, for the valuable insights. Pretty sure magmo-move na naman ako ng mga tokens ko on where to put it. So, yun. And hope to talk to you more in the Discord. We also have a group chat. And yeah, Philippine Web 3 Fest. I'll be there next week for the whole week. See you guys there if you are. Let's talk more and like share more insights there.
yeah, sa mga
So,
pupunta ng Web3 Feast sa BGC, sa BGC ba yun pa, right?
yeah, BGC.
So, yeah, see you there.
Yep, see you there. So yeah, without further ado, thank you guys for watching. This is Unfold, where we discover, learn, and share about cryptocurrency and the market, unfolding new crypto insights so you don't have to.
Connect,
And ayun.
discover, and learn.
Ayun. All right.
All right.
Thanks, Joe. Bye.
All right. Bye.